A few moments ago, Fock had been falling to his death in complete darkness, falling down in what seemed to be a bottomless pit. How had he survived? And how had he got here? Had he escaped Birmingham? Forever? Never to return? Surely no man or parrot could be that lucky. Inside, Fock could still feel the terror of his fall. It seemed to be etched into his bones, as if he had been forced to watch a full episode of EastEnders. Pure horror right in front of his eyes. Had an out-of-towner on the streets of London wreaked complete havoc in the capital by saying, "Hello"? Fock remembered his meeting with God, a drunken, coked-up wreck of a man, when sober, if sober, at best, a Mr. Bean, Basil Fawlty or Scooby-Doo, making no attempt to orchestrate mankind. Defiantly, having no clue and sat hunched up, crying into his Millwall scarf. When the lambs of God's creation bounced around the spring fields, God was first in line to win the Tesco contract and fill up the meat freezers. And that's where Fock found himself now. He had killed God and yet escaped his own death. A straight man in a gay world, seeing in the land of the blind, Donald Duck in a Marvel movie. And to escape the black hole, God's home, heaven reeking of hell, where Geordies were allowed to roam free, he had landed here on this planet. On Earth, murkdom in murky, blasts in fiend, rap in crap. Fock had always thought that Bradford was a city, not a planet. All around Fock was a brand new world that had begun yesterday, but for Fock, it had existed for centuries and millennium. History had no doubt, and his memories were truer than certainty itself. Fock didn't realise right then that the world was playing tricks on him. If apples were really cream cakes in disguise, then they tasted like apples. Cream cakes had just not been invented. There was no way that he could recognise that life, the universe and Planet Bradford had started yesterday, the 13th of July 2011. Instead, this was the safe place. Feet on the ground, fish were fish, trees were trees and dads were credit cards. No falling into deep bottomless pits here, because they didn't exist in this place, which had existed for centuries, no more, billions of years. Here surely religious people could eat chocolate. And on the Planet Bradford, near death-killed Brum, next to freak-out London, Fox sensed that the lambs bounced about, unaware of their horror, whilst their owners sharpened their pens to sign the supermarket contracts. Like fields full of humans, prisoners to their kings, horror sticks and alphas. And the horror sticks, half aware of their true status, but cruelly in denial of their world, were waiting for that glorious day when the great Jesus Christ would return and save mankind. Totally unaware that JC was actually JS, and inept in their belief that the only Savile left was a row in London. And for Fock, wow, how did he do this one then? He was right up against it. How could he save mankind?